Hey guys, welcome to Dano Crypto. Okay, so we have some breaking news today, guys. I'm sure it was all over your feed. Took a little bit for me to get to it to make a video, but here it is. CZ, Changpeng Zhao, former CEO of Binance, was served on charges from the DOJ, Department of Justice, U.S. government, for money laundering crimes and among other listed crimes, and is set to pay $4.3 billion in a settlement with a plea deal. And we see here that today from CZ, he says, I stepped down as CEO of Binance. Admittedly, it was not easy to let go emotionally, but I know it was the right thing to do. I made mistakes and I must take responsibility. This is best for our community, for Binance, and for myself. Binance is no longer a baby. It is time for me to let it walk and run. I know Binance will continue to grow and excel with the deep bench it has. I'm pleased to announce that Richard Ting, our now former global head of regional markets, has been named the new CEO of Binance today. So Richard is a highly qualified leader, and with over 3 decades of financial services and regulatory experience, he will navigate the company through its next period of growth. He will ensure Binance delivers on our next phase of security, transparency, compliance, and growth. Prior to joining Binance, Richard was CEO of the Financial Services Regulatory Authority, Abu Dhabi Global Market. Amongst other things. With Richard and the entire team, I'm confident that the best days for Binance and the crypto industry lay ahead. As a shareholder and former CEO with historical knowledge of our company, I will remain available to the team to consult as needed, consistent with the framework set out in our U.S. agency resolutions. So what's next for CZ? I will take a break first. I've not had a single day off, real phone off break day, for the last 6.5 years. After that, my current thinking is I will probably do some passive investing, being a minority token shareholder in startups in areas of blockchain, Web3, and DeFi, AI, and biotech. I'm happy that I will finally have more time to spend looking at DeFi. I can't see myself being a CEO driving a startup again. I'm content being a one-shot lucky entrepreneur. So, CZ is an OG in the space. Really started as a pioneer in the crypto space and really brought the crypto space, I think, to where it is today. Should there be listeners, I may be open to being a coach, mentor to a small number of upcoming entrepreneurs privately. If for nothing else, I can at least tell them what not to do. On that note, I'm proud to point out that in our resolutions with the U.S. agencies, they do not allege that Binance misappropriated any user funds and do not allege that Binance engaged in any market manipulation. Funds are SAFU. With that, I look forward to seeing the new leadership take their reins. Please join me in congratulating Richard on his well-deserved promotions. Onwards, CZ. Okay. So we see here, just in, Binance CEO Changpeng Zhao facing 18 months in prison as part of his plea deal with the U.S. government. So he paid a $175 million bond as well. So it's just crazy, guys. Binance CZ and the end of borderless crypto companies. So we probably will never see another company quite like Binance. Crypto itself might be borderless, but crypto companies are not beyond the reach of U.S. law. So this is what's happening here. So to be sure, this is not the first time the U.S. law enforcement nailed a crypto exchange. So, but no company exemplifies the borderless myth more than Binance, which will also pay a $4.3 billion fine to settle an investigation from the U.S. Department of Justice. So, Binance defied the borders of a traditional company and served traders everywhere, eventually becoming the world's largest cryptocurrency exchange. So, this is what we are seeing, guys. The SEC and the CFTC have also taken enforcement actions against Binance. The overall theme of the allegations is that Binance had U.S. customers, told those customers how to avoid U.S. regulations, and took steps to hide their activity from U.S. regulators. Some in the crypto community criticized the long arm of U.S. law. Binance itself pushed back against the CFTC in a filing in a U.S. court saying U.S. law governs domestically but does not control the world. U.S. law might disagree. In 2022, BitMEX founders pled guilty to violating U.S. anti-money laundering laws, even though BitMEX was based in the Seychelles. And then, of course, came FTX. FTX was based in Hong Kong and then moved to the Bahamas. Sam Bankman-Fried desperately wanted to make it in the United States, paying huge sums of money for celebrity endorsements, which we know of, like, Tom Brady, I think Shaq, there's a bunch of celebrities that got all debacled up in that. And stadium naming rights, all while trying to woo politicians, Democratic Party in Washington. In the end, FTX's global operation never made it into the U.S., with the exception of the much smaller and less powerful FTX.US. Instead, Bankman-Fried ended up getting torn apart by U.S. prosecutors in a U.S. court. So, the U.S. still has allure for crypto businesses despite the pull of dynamic regions such as Asia or the Middle East. It's hard to avoid the U.S. Did an overseas exchange have U.S. users? Did it mislead U.S. investors? Or did the CEO have meetings in the United States? So, what is interesting here, guys, is that looking at the price of BNB right now is sitting at $230. We were, before this debacle happened, we were sitting at 270 at the 225 at this close right here, but we were sitting at a high of 271, and we only dropped about 10%. So what's interesting about this news and about Binance, because Binance holds a lot of the trading volume across the cryptocurrency market across the globe, we didn't see much of a sell-off. With news like this, with the CEO as big as CZ, Changpeng Zhao for Binance, stepping down, you would see more of maybe even a 20% dump, even more than that. So I think that there is a good potential that we could see a recovery here. And if you're just looking at it in terms of the price movement here, this is the price box range of what we've seen the potential of BNB getting into is in the $300 and almost $500 ranges when we've been in the bull market. So when the bull market hits, is BNB still something that we need to look at even with this type of news? I think so. I think it's pretty bullish. I think it's still really, really, really bullish. And you might still feel like this, guys. You might still feel like this. It's just one of the. It's just been one of those markets. We've been in one of the longest bear markets in the entire world. So, if you're feeling like this, it's okay, guys. It's okay, guys. CZ just had to pay $4.3 billion. So, all right, guys. Just wanted to give you guys this update. If you haven't hit the like button already, please do so. Hit the bell to be notified when I make new cryptocurrency videos. You will get notified immediately. And I hope you guys are doing well. You're feeling blessed. And I would send the support and the energy to CZ. I think he's done a lot for the space. And he's probably feeling pretty stressed right now, I'm sure, paying $4 billion. I think you'd probably feel pretty stressed, too, if you had to pay $4 billion and face jail time. So with that being said, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.